Hello everyone, back again. Today's video I'm going to talk about Donald Trump and South Africa again. So you guys know that South Africa successfully hosted G20 summits, and I gave them credit. We all talked about it on this channel. Everybody was happy. So, when some critics think that they can't pull it off, South Africa did hosted G20. Everything was successful. The whole world leaders, from French President Emmanuel Macron, Japanese Prime Minister, Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi, EU leadership, Canadian Prime Minister, everybody gave South Africa credit for hosting a successful G20. Now, the next host is United States, which is next year in Miami. Guess what Donald Trump is trying to do now? So Donald Trump have been critical of South Africa being a G20 member. Now, fast forward, as of today. So Donald Trump said that when they host, because they're the next host, when they host the G20 summit in Miami next year, 2026, they're not going to invite South Africa. They're not going to invite South Africa because Donald Trump have openly said that he don't think that South Africa deserves to be a G20 member. Guess the country that Donald Trump is want to replace South Africa with in the next G20 summit, which is in Miami. He wants to replace South Africa with Poland, because over the years, in the last 4 or 5 years, Poland economy have been growing, rightfully so. I gotta give it to Poland. And if you're a Polish person watching this, I don't have anything against you guys, but I'm here to tell a story. Now, Poland is sitting on $1 trillion economy now. Their economy is bigger than South Africa. Let's be factual. Now, because of that, he wants to replace South Africa with Poland in the next G20 summit. And currently, Donald Trump is a fan of Poland, fan of their prime minister, because the guy moved the same ideologically, the same way Donald Trump is moving. So now, for those of you that don't know, G20 was founded in the late 90s, and South Africa was the founding fathers of the G20. If I come to understand that being a G20 member have nothing to do with size of economy. Technically, it doesn't have to do that. It's not how you become a member. Okay, if there is other definitions other than what I just explained, why is it that Donald Trump is not letting us know? All he wanted to do is, like I keep telling Africans, Donald Trump until he finish office in 2028, Donald Trump doesn't have any agenda in Africa. You know how other head of states in America, from George Bush, Bill Clinton, Barack Obama, and other, everybody have agendas. Their programs they have for African countries. So Donald Trump doesn't have any. Even the ones that are existing, he wants to squash it. Now, not only that, he said that he's not gonna invite South Africa next G20 summit in Miami. He's gonna stop every aid America have going on in South Africa. When I tell you guys that South Africa is a threat to some countries, some people, you guys think I'm lying. South Africa need our support. If you are all this South Africa xenophobia, all African countries need to rally around and support South Africa. And I don't say this with any atom of fear or regret. I have been supporting this country because I feel like South Africa needs us now. Whatever internal problem you South Africans are having, you guys should squash it politically. ANC, if it's a bad party, whatever. I see all the comments you guys post in the comment section. South Africa need each other to continue to weather this storm, because Donald Trump is coming after South Africa, and he's coming after South Africa very hard. One, the genocide claim, which I think is not true. There is high crime rate, so is everywhere, even in America. I haven't talked about it. Just a few hours ago, 2 U.S. servicemen protecting Washington D.C. military men were shot by an Afghani immigrant. You see, shot, and they are in critical condition. One was shot in the head, one was shot somewhere in the body. So the same thing that they are trying to label South Africa on, America faces it too. So the onslaught of attack Donald Trump is pushing on South Africa, South Africans need to come together, rally their countrymen, women, children, white, black, colored, to continue to push, South Africa. So it will never be what the enemies want it to be. Now they have seen that G20 was successful because they want it to be a failure. They say, "Oh, I told you guys so." Now G20 wasn't a failure. He doubled down by telling them, "Okay, fine, you succeeded, but we're not coming to Miami next year in G20 summit." That is exactly what he's planning, and I want South Africans to rally around in support. Okay, now the report have come out. Donald Trump have said what he said. So in retaliation, South Africa have to tell Donald Trump that they don't like the insult that they don't like the insult that Donald Trump is leveling against South Africa. They are the founding members of G20, rightfully so. Rightfully so. That's a legit thing to say because it's true. Now, going forward, I think South Africa need to internally continue to be stronger, and now beyond South Africa, the whole Africa need to rally around South Africa. When South Africa is going through all this, by now, African Union is supposed to release a statement, right? Some of these leaders, but then again, some of these countries have received handouts from America for them to even stay afloat. That's why they can't say anything. That's why they can't speak up. South Africa is fighting this fight alone, and I think African countries need to rally around. I have never seen African countries so weak, more than they have ever been. We have terrible leaders leading, like 95% of African leaders are terrible. Let's be honest. I'm not gonna call individually, but when I say 95%, you know what I mean. So please, South Africans, let me know what you think in the comment section about this, and let's have a conversation around, because I feel like I see this because I'm in America. I see news. We get information like this. So I see this months in advance, because I was talking about this. If you search all my G20 videos, South Africa hosting G20 videos I have made, I've been talking about it since June, because I saw it already coming. That's why I need you guys to watch this video to the finish, share your thoughts in the comment section. Let's have a conversation around this issue, because it's a very sensitive subject, and I feel like your voices need to be heard. All right, so please watch it, share your thoughts in the comment section. And this have nothing to do with I'm from Nigeria, I'm from South Africa, I'm from Somalia, I'm from Uganda. All Africans need to rally around South Africa to help South Africa succeed, because that's the closest thing to competition to the rest of the world. Unfortunately, it's supposed to be a lot of African countries heading in that direction, but South Africa is heading it alone and need our support. All right, so that's the video. Thank you for watching. If you are watching up to this point, please hit that subscribe button, because I see that some of you guys will watch my videos and you don't subscribe. Subscribe to my channel. I don't care where you are, where you're coming from, just subscribe. And also, to anybody that is in Poland watching this, I don't have anything against you guys. Poland have done well for itself, growing the fastest growing economy in Europe at this point. Congratulations. But at the end of the day, I am talking about South African issue they have with America and vice versa. All right, thank you for watching. Please subscribe, and see you guys on the next one.